been thinking of doing this for a really long while now, and over the course of last few weeks, maybe a couple of months, I've seen some really good content, and that has compelled me to get out of this slump and do this. I'm going to do this in reverse chronological order. So the first one is the latest thing that I watched, which is Stree 2. So this is a review and a reco for Stree 2. As you would know, Stree 2 is a sequel to the 2018 film Stree, starring much of the same people. Fantastic star cast: Rajkumar Rao, Pankaj Tripathi, Shraddha Kapoor, Abhishek Banerjee, and Apar Shakti Khurrana. Even though all of these guys were back, I'll be honest, I wasn't very hopeful about the film. I just thought it's a money minting scheme because 3 did really well. So they just want to squeeze every bit of success out of a sequel and be done with it. But I was really surprised by how well this was written and how well entrenched the new story was to the old one. So the linkage is very good. And apart from the returning characters, there's an infusion of a really good villain. That story is written extremely well and it connects to the original story fantastically. That's, I think, the highlight of the film for me. Much like the original, both Pankaj Tripathi and Rajkumar Rao are fabulous. They have some of the best lines and they deliver it like no one else. I keep recalling a few of those lines and I'm going to give you spoilers without any context. There is Disha Batani Hogi, there is Aap To Atal Ho, and Dil Se. All of these lines are gonna come up when you watch the film, so you will know I called these out. These are hilarious moments in the film, and मुझे तो बहुत मजा आया. Also, like the original film, apart from Rajkumar Rao and Pankaj Tripathi, if there was one person who really killed it, that was Abhishek Banerjee. Once again, Abhishek as Jana was fantastic. He is hilarious, and his comic timing is splendid. His transitions are fantastic. He's actually a fabulous actor. If you have not seen him in anything else, I suggest you watch Patal Lok and see him portray Hathoda Tyagi. He is disturbing. There is a scene where he transitions from a comic buffoon into a man who's possessed by a spirit without any costume change, without major hair and makeup change. You are suddenly scared of this character. So it's only something that very few people can pull off, and Abhishek Banerjee does that fabulously. The presence of a sequel, Stree 2, naturally means that Stree was well appreciated and was a hit. Yes, it was, and not just that, it was a hit to an extent that it opened doors for a horror comedy universe for Dinesh Vijayan, the producer of this film and this franchise. After Stree, there has been Bhediya starring Varun Dhawan, and there has been Munjia starring Sharwari. So both of those films are set in the same universe, and some of those things have now started to trickle down into Stree 2. So if you haven't seen those films, there would be certain surprises for you for sure. I do not think that you would miss too much if you haven't seen those films from a Stree 2 standpoint. But both of those are good films. Bhediya is good but not exceptional. Munjia is a low on star cast hidden gem that I would definitely recommend. So I'd spoken about the writing and how well entrenched it is with the original. I think it also is commendable how it brings in some of these elements from the different films set in the same universe, and it does it quite seamlessly, I would say. So that was something that I really enjoyed. And there are cameos. Some are expected cameos and some are surprise cameos. I'm not going to reveal anything about those. I don't want to give you those spoilers. You should go ahead and watch, but safe to say there are a few surprises in store. I did talk about a lot of those moments from the film, and I know a lot of them will keep coming back to me as I think on those. But there is one particular moment I want to talk about because it's a moment that I remember telling myself, isn't this really absurd? Because yes, I was watching this on screen. There is a werewolf, there is a ghost. One I'm not even sure how to classify, and barely a human being, and all of those were standing together, shoulder to shoulder. But surprisingly, all of this fit really well together. It just gelled well, and that's the beauty of Stree 2, that all of these random things come together and mash up to make this beautiful concoction. Safe to say that I'm recommending Stree 2. I had a lot of fun. Fantastic star cast, really well written story, very clever dialogues. Overall, not boring at all at any moment. It will keep you interested, keep you guessing more or less. First half is very breezy, second half does dip a bit, and the climax is a little cliched, but it is still a lot of fun, and I would definitely recommend it. Do stay back for the credits because there would be a couple of scenes for the next films to come in. So this is our Bollywood doing a Marvel-esque here with this horror comedy universe. I enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. I think you should go ahead and watch it. Enjoy.